Alrighty guys, so here's another pickups video. As you're going to read in the description, this is going to be all my Black Friday pickups and Christmas gifts that I got, plus some other pickups that I have gotten since Christmas to today, which is January 3rd. Technically January 2nd, basically it's going to be January 3rd by the time this is uploaded, because it's like 11:30 right now when I'm shooting this shit. So yeah, basically I did pick up some video games today, January 2nd, so that will be at the very end of this video. But to start off, we are going to show off what I got for Black Friday / Christmas, which basically all the stuff that I picked up is basically that I got on Black Friday. So, and some stuff before Black Friday, but I got for Christmas. If you watched my previous pickup video, I kind of mentioned that I had some stuff that I had gotten, but I had given my mom to hold on to, which she basically let me hold on to most of the stuff, and I just kind of opened it up and played a little bit, and then gave to her to kind of, I wrapped it up and made it look like I hadn't actually played it, but I did play it, but she didn't fucking know the difference either way, so. Alrighty, but yeah, I got this whole box. Whole box was full. Basically, this is going to be kind of a two-part video. First part's going to be games that I got, and the second part's going to be movies. I got a shit ton of movies, mostly steelbooks. So yeah, basically it's going to be two parts. I'm sure this video is going to cut out at some point, and I'm going to have to fucking start it up again, but because that's usually what fucking happens. But anyways, we're going to start off with, since this is what I basically have on top, I'm going to just start with the Xbox One games. I'll kind of tell you when I got them. Let's see here. I'm going to start off with these three games first, because I actually picked them up before Black Friday. Target was having a deal, buy two, get one free video game. So basically I got three Xbox One games, so basically three $60 games, but one for free. So I thought, well, I'm going to get some games, get some new games, get some good deals on them. So, I picked up Halo, the Master Chief Collection. I installed it. Got my foot there. Installed it. Didn't even get on and play it. So hopefully they're giving out some free shit for people who got on. I don't know. Hopefully I'll get that free shit, because I did install it the day it came out, pretty much. So yeah, I did get it the day it came out. I got two games the day it came out. This one I'll show you next. One of the next two I'll show you. Actually, I'm gonna turn off my TV here so it's not so much fucking glare. There we go. So Halo Chief, Master Chief Collection. Oh yeah, I'll just show you the next one too. I also picked it up the day it came out. That is... Can't really focus too well on these. Assassin's Creed Unity. I haven't played this yet. I am still on the first Assassin's Creed, but I pretty much have all the Assassin's Creed games for the most part now. I have the first one somewhere. Maybe, I don't know, somebody fucking stole it probably. Maybe I'll have to pick it up again so I can get back into these games, because I don't really want... And I know the stories are kind of different and not really tied together for the most part. But I'll probably play the first one and then do the second one and stuff like that. So, Assassin's Creed Unity, I haven't really dealt with any of the issues because I haven't played it yet, but I did install it after Christmas. It was a big fucking install. But I'll get around to playing it at some point, like all my other fun games. And then this one I played a little bit of, as you've seen on my Cody Plays videos. That is Forza Horizon 2. This is a pretty fucking awesome game. And I almost like the Horizon Forza games versus just the plain Forza games, but I pretty much have all the Forza games as well. So, so far I've liked it. It's pretty fucking cool. So, it's not, of course it's racing, but it's kind of more, more fun to do now. You can kind of just drive through fucking shit and, drive all over the place, and it's a pretty cool game. You can find barn finds, and You know, it's not just it's strictly racing, but it's not just racing on tracks and stuff like that. You can pretty much race all over the fucking place. So those are the 3 games I picked up. Actually, I picked up 3 other games, but I'll show those a little later because those were for different systems. But these are the 3 $60 games that I picked up. And then these were these 5 other games I'm going to show are games I got on Black Friday. So, since I just mentioned Forza, I got Forza 5, the Game of the Year edition, which you have to get the Game of the Year edition because, of course. I did play this. They were giving this. They did have a free, I think, a weekend trial or something of Forza 5 when Forza Horizon came out. I did play for a little while. I don't know how far I got into it, but I played it for. I think I only played it for the last day it was available. But I played it for a good couple hours, 6 hours probably. I think I did. So, but I'll get around to playing. I played whatever before, so I'm not entirely sure if I'll do any Cody plays of this since I've already gotten into it. But I have uploaded other Cody plays of me like right in the middle of fucking games, so I might do it, might not. But this is more of just like a strictly racing game, kind of almost like a Gran Turismo, but I don't know. Because I haven't played Gran Turismo. I have Gran Turismo 5 or some shit like that. Just haven't gotten around to playing that yet either. But they're both really kind of strictly racing games. And some of these my mom actually went out and got for me, surprisingly, when I was at fucking work, because I had to work 6 o'clock on Black Friday, or not Black Friday, but on Thanksgiving. So, you know, thank God she kind of actually got out and got some shit for me, and then afterwards we went out shopping, and I got more of the shit I wanted. So, pretty much game-wise, they pretty much had everything still available for the most part, so. And, you know, some of these games they had at GameStop, I didn't pick them up at GameStop. They had good deals, but I just fucking price matched them at Walmart, and they did that. So, yeah, the next one here I got is Monopoly. They had this for $15 at Target. I was like, somebody grabbed the last one, and I'm like, you know, I'm like, since my mom's paying for them, I could care less how much it really was, but. We ended up looking around a little bit. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to get that. Because I was like, I like Monopoly games. But I'm like, paying a whole bunch of money for Monopoly games isn't really my cup of tea. But this was $15. I think Forza was $25, I want to say. I wasn't there when she bought that one, so I'm not entirely sure how much that one was. But I want to say I think it was $25. Next one I got at Walmart. I price matched at GameStop for $20. Or I price matched from GameStop for $20. That is Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition. I was playing it on the 360 for a little bit, then I was kind of like, well, they're coming out with the fucking Xbox One version, which I don't think I had an Xbox One at that point yet, but I'm like, well, since they're coming out with the Definitive Edition, which, that might be a whole nother video. I was kind of thinking about creating a whole nother series of videos, actually 2 different series, I got kind of ideas for some different videos to do some stuff on them, but yeah, I'll do another video on definitive editions or HD remasters, shit like that, But I didn't get very far in the 360 versions, so and I think this is basically I think got all the downloadable content and all that shit that was available for the 360 version, PS3 version, whatever. So I'll get around to playing that at some point as well. Then we got Murdered, Sole Suspect. Sounds like a pretty cool game. The hardest murder to solve is your own. Basically, you're a murdered police officer trying to solve his own murder, figure out who tried to kill him or whatever. From one of the guys I work with, he said he thought it was pretty cool. So, and I think this was only $25 as well. I want to say, maybe even cheaper. I think I price matched this for at Walmart for GameStop too. Maybe not. I can't remember now. And then these next two are pretty much the definitive editions. Technically, one's called... They're both the full versions with all the downloadable shit for the most part. I guess this one's missing that super cool add-on that came out at some point. I'll have to get that, I guess. But first one, or not the first one. Well, technically, it's the first of these two here. This one is Dead Rising 3, the Apocalypse Edition. Comes with the 4 game add-on packs. Basically, it comes with a season pass thing, but it doesn't come with the whatever the fuck that was, super alpha mega EX, whatever the fuck that one that came out was. That's not in here for whatever reason, but the four other downloadable things that came out at some point are on here. So Dead Rising 3, I was borrowing this from a friend at some point. I never did get around to doing it because he gave me Thief and Dead Rising 3. I just never got around to playing Dead Rising 3. I'm still on Dead Rising 1. I'm sure it's probably not that hard, but I got stuck at... I barely got into the fucking game. I got stuck on those fucking guys in the fucking... outside driving around that fucking Jeep or whatever the fuck it was. They're shooting at me. I got stuck there and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. So I never played anymore after that, but... I got the second one, now I got the third one, so I gotta get around to playing these games, so... and the next one is the Legendary Edition, and that is... Rise, Son of Rome. Includes 4 game add-on packs, 3 solo maps, and bonus skin. I think this was $25. I ended up buying this at a pawn shop for $26. For whatever reason, it did not work. You kind of see a little scuff, you know, a little slight scratch on it, but evidently it was such a bad scratch that it did not want to download on my Xbox. It got to about 19%, and then it didn't get any further than that. So, but yeah, pretty much all my Xbox games I installed to make sure they worked. They did all work. As long as they install, I'm sure they're going to play, usually. So, I've heard this is kind of a short game, but, you know, for $25, Legendary Edition, normally 50, I want to say, maybe 40, 50 bucks. Well worth it. So, Rise, Son of Rome, Legendary Edition. Alrighty. So that was all the Xbox One games. And I'll pretty much end with the ones that I have the most of. So next one I'll show off is a game for a system I don't even have yet, and I haven't even opened the game yet because I'll just wait till till I get the system. But this is a PS4 game, Infamous Second Son. I gotta get around to playing the first 2 Infamous games. I pretty much have the almost whole collections of games, but I just haven't got around to playing some of them at least. But I've heard this one's supposed to be really good. I've heard the other Infamous games are pretty badass too. So I remember I got the first one for free. I think I mentioned that in another video when I showed off the second one. But I got the first one for free when the PSN got hacked, which it did on Christmas again. But they need to get their fucking shit fixed because they're getting hacked. Their movies are getting released. Supposedly North Korea's hacking them, and supposedly they're not. Just who fucking knows. But anyways, I've heard good things about this. I think I only got it for my mom got it for 25. Then Amazon had it for 20 bucks, and then when I went to go price match it at Walmart to the price, then it went up to 22, and then it went back down to 20. Fucking sometimes Amazon prices kind of fluctuate around from time to time, which is kind of stupid. But anyways, Infamous Second Son. I'll get around to playing that when I get a PS4. My mom did not give me a PS4. I'm like, Mom, give me a PS4. No, it's too much. Even though she fucking spent hundreds of dollars on fucking steelbooks. So, then yeah, might as well just show these 2 games off since these are only 2 Wii games that I got. And they both still have the stickers on there. These stickers, I peeled some of the stickers off all these other games I got. They didn't come off too bad. Usually I just kind of slap some Gooby Gun on there right away. I don't even try to peel them off, but these actually aren't too bad. I didn't do these yet, but two Wii games I got almost kind of gotta have these games, especially for the Wii. You got Super Smash Brothers Brawl. I heard this one was kind of iffy. I don't have any of the other Super Smash games. I'm not really into it, but I know my friends, or well, one of my former friends, he became a fucking fag, but anyways, they play fucking Melee all the time. I played it. I just wasn't very good, probably because I didn't fucking play it constant like they did. But reviews on this one were kind of iffy for the most part. Has some new people in there: Sonic the Hedgehog, Solid Snake. So Brawl Online, I'm sure you probably can't even do that anymore. But then they got the new one out, which I haven't really read too much on it yet. I guess but I guess I've heard kind of good things. You can play with the amiibos and all that shit. So Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and then I got Donkey Kong Country Returns. Got both of these at GameStop because they were actually cheaper than what they were selling them for brand new at Target. So I was just like, fuck it, get them at GameStop. Save a little bit of money, even though I'm not spending the money on them. And I'm like, hey, Mom, you can save a couple bucks. We'll get them at GameStop. So we did that. So yeah. Anyways, two Wii games I got. Super Smash Brothers Brawl and Donkey Kong Country Returns. And price-wise, I think Smash Brothers was $25, which isn't terrible, I guess, especially for something like that. They're probably like, hey, people buy that shit. So, and then I think both of these games were $30 at Target. So, and then Donkey Kong Country Returns was $22.49 with Pro membership. So, not too bad. Save a couple bucks. Then I'll show off the five PS3 games that I got. This one I actually already had, but I figured I'd get the Game of the Year edition so I get all the shit that's come out since then. And I'm assuming that everything's on the disc already. But that is Little Big Planet. The first one I did pick up Little Big Planet 2 in my previous video. A Game of the Year edition as well. But, yep. Game of the Year edition, I think this was like $20 at Target, I want to say. I think it was. I don't remember. I think my mom picked this one up too. But, $20 for this. Game of the Year edition. All kinds of extra bullshit on here, so... yeah. And then we've got... I think this is going to complete... I'm pretty sure this is going to complete the collection of games. Another series of games that I haven't played yet. But, Sly Cooper, I'm going to say Band of Thieves, but I think that might be one of the games. But Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, this is the fourth game. Oops. This does also include, Cross-Buy includes a downloadable version for your PS Vita system. I don't have a PS Vita, but I actually am planning on getting one. I was supposed to be picking it up today from one of my Facebook rummage sale sites. But then when I tried to find the fucking guy, I couldn't find the listing, so I didn't end up picking it up today. I'll be probably picking it up next weekend at some point. Probably my next pickup video, you'll probably end up seeing that. So, but anyways, I picked up the Sly Collection a month or two ago, so I'll get around to playing that as well, and then I'll have this ready to go when I get to that point. It might be a while. Sometimes sometimes these games I want to play, do a quick plays of them. But since my game recorder got fucked when my house got leaked in, I might want to wait. I'm pretty much still doing them, but I'm recording it from my Xbox One, so if they're Xbox One games, I'm going to be uploading those for sure. If they're anything else on any other systems, it might be a while before I upload those, so... but yeah, I'll get around to playing it at some point. And then... these two other games I was kind of mentioning, remasters, HD collections, whatever. These next two games are basically what these are. We got the Jak and Daxter collection. Comes with the first 3 games. Jak and Daxter, the... what the fuck's it called? I'm not even entirely sure what it's called here. The... something Legacy. I can't fucking read what it says on the cover here. It tells me in the fucking manual there. The Precursor Legacy. So Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, Jak 2 and Jak 3. I have not played any of these games, but I've heard good things about them. So, and you know, might as well start at the first 3 games. So, and I haven't seen any other Jak and Daxter games. I'm sure there's other ones on PS3, but I haven't really been paying attention. And then these next 2 pretty much are not one and the same, but they're pretty much part of the same. One's a collection, one's, you know, a sequel to the games. First one is going to be Ratchet and Clank. The Ratchet and Clank collection includes 3 full games. The first 3 games basically are remastered in HD. So you get Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, and Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Voucher good for 10th anniversary Ratchet and Clank Avatar. Voucher good for access to the Sly Cooper Thieves in Time demo. Well, just what I need is a fucking demo to a game I already have the full fucking version for. So, but Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank are almost very, I guess I can't say they're very similar, but they're probably, you know, almost pretty close to about the same thing, I would say, almost. But they're both supposed to be fun games. I guess Ratchet and Clank can kind of build your own shit. That's kind of Insomniac's. Insomniac Games' kind of trademark is being able to create crazy, cool fucking weapons, kind of like within Sunset Overdrive. You can create crazy weapons, or you get crazy weapons to use and shit like that. So, but I've heard good things about both of those games. And then, whoopsie, knocking shit over there. And then speaking of Ratchet and Clank, you'll see some more of these games a little bit at the end of the video here. But Ratchet and Clank, I think this is called technically Ratchet and Clank Future. Doesn't say this on the cover though. But Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. I think I ended up getting this for not too much. I want to say less than $15. For a brand new game, that ain't too bad. I think I price matched Amazon on this one. But it does include a voucher for Ratchet and Clank Future Quest for Booty digital download. I think the download is good for a while, hopefully. Remember I picked up, yeah, it's good for till almost next year. 2016. I picked up fucking the, last year I got the God of War collection. And the fucking voucher in there for it's like the 5-game collection and the 2 games I think they were for PSP. The fucking voucher was good for like 2 months, 3 months. It's like, what kind of fucking voucher is that? It's like, if you don't get the fucking game when it fucking initially comes out, then you're out of fucking luck or what? You know, I didn't try the voucher. Maybe I should have, and maybe I still can. But I was like, that's fucking stupid. Why would you put a voucher in a game that's only good for fucking a couple months in the same year? I swear it was like, I could probably go grab it and whatever, but I'm not going to do that. But I was like, what kind of shit is that? Why is it only good for a couple months? It was like 3 months, I swear. This one's good. This one's good, valid from 10/29/2013 to 10/29/2016. That's 3 fucking years that you have to use this code. It's like, that makes tons more sense than fucking 3 months. I think that's probably what it was. It was like, the fuck is that kind of shit? That just made no sense at all. So, alrighty. And then, and some of these games I actually ended up picking up myself and paying for myself. So, but I just kind of threw them in there. Just to kind of show off at Christmas time to the family. So anyways, this one is going to be an Xbox game, original Xbox game. Kind of add to my collection. There's a couple probably more Xbox games I was gonna pick up while I picked up this one. But I'm like, this is one that most of the games I remember playing as a demo. This one I really liked. I thought it was a pretty cool game. probably, I would say probably about 10 years old, but at least close to, at least. And it's 2015, so I would say probably over 10 years old. And that is Metal Arms Glitch in the System. From the demo I played, this was a fucking cool game. I remember it was pretty badass. I didn't get, well, yeah, demos you don't get very far in, so, but I always remember beating the demo. Not too hard to not beat the demo, but from what I played, I really enjoyed it. So, Metal Arms Glitch in the System. My whole fucking pile fell over here, so now I got kind of a mess. And the other one I picked up, I think I picked up at the same location. This one I have been looking, really haven't been looking for. It wasn't really hard to find. It was just hard to find it for a good price. And that the Metal Arms and this next game I'm going to show off, I picked up in Sioux Falls at the Last Stop CD Shop. Great place to go. They have books, movies, games. They got vinyl. They got strategy guides. They are an awesome place to shop. They got electronics as well. And basically it's almost like a kind of a pawn shop, but a video game, movie, electronic kind of pawn shop, pretty much. This game is gonna be about 9 years old. Came out in 2006, so it came out for the original Xbox and for the 360. The Xbox version is very cheap. You can even get the Black Edition. Now that I say that, you might know what I'm talking about, which game I'm talking about. But you can even get the special Black Edition for still cheaper than what you can get this for. But I only paid $15 for that. As soon as I was going through the website to see what they had, because I was coming up to Sioux Falls for a WWE live event house show on December 20th, which was awesome, by the way. But I saw this, and they had this one that came out in 2006, and then they had the one that came out, I want to say, in like 2012, and they had both of them. I want to say they're both the same price, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, please be the right game, because they actually do show a listing to Amazon. And I was like, oh my god. I put it on hold. I'm like, please be the right fucking game. So when I got there, I saw it. I'm like, yes. Because they're trying to sell this shit at GameStop for $26. I've been trying to bid on eBay. It's never been lower than 20. And I'm just like, fuck. I don't want to spend that much on a game that's that old. And that's probably that common, too. But yeah, $14.99, $15 basically I got this for. I'm going to keep dragging it on here, aren't I? But yeah, it's Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2006 version. I don't know why they came out with two versions for the same systems, but I remember playing this back in 2006 when it first came out. I don't think it was the 360 version. I want to say I think it was the Xbox. Just the original Xbox version, and it looked good then too. But I definitely was not gonna pay GameStop prices. I wanted it bad, but I was like, God, I do not want to pay fucking $26, or I think it was $26. Like, that's too fucking much for a 2006 Xbox 360 game. So when I saw that it was $15, I'm like, I gotta get that shit. I have to. So, because I've played this was awesome. I want to say, when I played this, I was playing with other people, and I pretty much have seen the whole game for the most part, so, but most of these Need for Speed games are fucking badass. They're mostly awesome. I pretty much have most of them for the most, I think I have most of them for the most part. I got Rivals. I don't have the physical copy. I have the EA Access thing for the 360, which it's in the vault. Definitely a great value if you have an Xbox One and you don't have the EA Access. I was gonna say, what the fuck is it called? EA Access. $30 for a whole year. Well worth it, because pretty much all the games they have in there are games, you know, sports games I really could care less about. I downloaded EA, or not EA. I downloaded NBA or NFL. I'm not into football games for the most part. You know, if they're blitz games like the Blitz the League, those I like those games. But definitely didn't download FIFA. But UFC just came out for it. I played the demo of that for a little bit. You know, they have Need for Speed. They have Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, I think is what it's called. They have good, decent games in there. They have Peggle, which I had never played before, which I actually liked it once I played it. Peggle 2. So, you know, and, you know, they're going to come out. Oh, Battlefield 4, that was on there as well. I haven't played that yet, but, you know, just to think that you for $30 for the whole year, you're getting all these games that you couldn't even pick up and, you know, use for, you know, probably a little bit cheaper than that, but not much. You know, I think it's a great value for $30 a year. So if people don't have it, they're fucking crazy. Well worth that money, $30. So, anyways, Need for Speed Most Wanted. If I drag this on any fucking longer, it's gonna be a long ass video. So, I like to talk in my videos, so that's, you know, if I just rush through shit, that's kind of pointless. So this next one, those two, the Jak and Daxter and the Ratchet and Clank games, and this next game I'm going to show off were games, the three other games that I picked up at GameStop were the buy two get one free deal. This one was marked 30. I did get a price matched on Amazon for $20. So one of those two other games I showed off I got for free at some point, or for that deal. I have the first one of this game. Basically, I have both of the games. They haven't come up with a third one yet. I don't know if they're gonna, but this is kind of similar to Infamous in some ways, from what I've been kind of hearing. But it is Prototype 2, Limited Radnet Edition. When I try to get this price match, I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm like, well, it's the same list price. It says it's $30. They're like, oh, okay. So, but basically, you kind of almost have to play the first one to play the second one, because the guy from the first one is actually the, I want to say protagonist. I don't know. I think that's the right term I want to use. That's in the second one, and I think the second one, the main guy in this one has to do possibly with the first one. But I know the guy from the first game is in the second one. Alex Mercer, your ultimate showdown with Alex Mercer, where it's basically this guy gets infected or something. Whatever the story is, this guy here, this is the main guy on the cover. He gets powerful shape-shifting prototype, gets transformed into viral outbreak. Your Sergeant James Heller, a devastating viral outbreak transformed you into a powerful shape-shifting prototype. Hunt, kill, and consume your way across New York Zero to take revenge on the man who destroyed your family, Alex Mercer, who was the guy from the first game. So, and these games, from what I've seen, look fucking badass. So, I kind of want to get around to playing the first one at some point. So, alrighty, and then this next one is basically, I think, going to be about 20 or so Xbox 360 games. That's probably counting the ones I already showed off, but a lot of these are, some of these are going to basically complete collections of ones I already had previously. Some of these are entire collections right here. So, fuck it, I'll just start with these ones. I wasn't entirely sure if I really wanted to get into this, but they were having a buy two get one free games under $20 at GameStop, so got a lot of these games are from GameStop, since they're having that good deal going on Black Friday as well. So basically, I picked up these three games for a exact total, not including tax, $13.48. So the first one's, always the more expensive one. The other two I think were the same price. So first one is Mass Effect, which I've heard good things about. I'm not really into the role-playing games, but I've heard good things. I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll try it out. And this is the Platinum Hits one. It does come with the first disc, and it also comes with a second disc, bonus content disc. I'm not entirely sure what's on the second disc, but this is probably the better version to get if you're gonna get it. Is the 2-disc version versus the 1-disc version. It does say bonus content, additional bonus episode, exclusive behind-the-scenes documentaries, extensive interactive design galleries, music tracks from the award-winning original score. I could care less about that extra bullshit, but bonus episode, sure, I guess if it adds to the story, why not? So, first Mass Effect. And then we've got the second Mass Effect. And these other two are, the other two have, are 2 discs. So you got the first disc, and you got the second disc. And then, of course, you got your Mass Effect 3. And this is also 3 discs as well. Better with Kinect, it says, so I do have Kinect, so I'll see how well that works. My case is kind of fucked up. I think when I got this, it wasn't fucked up, so I don't know where I got fucked up at. A lot of my cases, for some reason, when I opened them up, like, the plastic was falling out and they're all fucked up. It's like, what the hell happened to these cases? They were fine when I got them before. So you got the first disc, got the second disc. It's probably gonna happen one more time. So yeah, that's basically the entire collection of Mass Effect games, and I'll get around to playing those at some point too. And it's cheaper than getting the trilogy. I remember commenting on another guy's video. Some guy's like, "Yo, I got the trilogy for $9 at a pawn shop." I'm like, supposedly it was some old people fucking telling them. I was like, you got them for a good fucking deal then, dude, because that's $9. I don't know if he actually got the trilogy, because, that comes in a nice box and stuff like that. I kind of saw an unboxing video from somebody else, and it looks like a nice box and everything like that, but thing is with that, you do not get the, with the first game, you did not get that second disc, so I think I still got a better deal, if he got the trilogy, that is. So, then I'll show off these next 2 games. These are basically another 2 games in a series to basically complete a series. Got Need for Speed Shift, and you got Need for Speed Shift 2. I think this is the limited edition, which I'm not entirely sure. Limited edition comes with exclusive bonus content, including the Nissan Silvia, Spec R, Aero, S15, Alfa Romeo, Giulietta, QV, and Lamborghini Murcielago LP640, plus new career events based on your favorite cars and manufacturers. So, Need for Speed Shift 1 and Need for Speed Shift 2. And then I'll show these other 2 off. I got the first one a couple months ago. And these are the other 2 games in the series. Need for Speed. Army of 2, The 40th Day. And Army of 2, 3, Devil's Cartel. So, and all these games I'm showing off, not all of them, I guess, technically are going to be GameStop games, but most of these ones I'm going to show you now are GameStop games, so buy 2, get 1 free. So, Army of 2, The 40th Day, Army of 2, Devil's Cartel. And this is the Overkill edition, which I don't know if they came out with just a standard edition either, but comes with some extra downloadable bullshit, so. And then, I think this will pretty much complete my collection of these series of games, from what I can tell. In my last video, I got the Wii game, so I want to say I think this is all of them. And I want to say I think this is the only one for the 360, and that is Destroy All Humans, Path of the Furon. So, yeah, I know I got the first 2. I got the Wii Big Willie Unleashed, I think is what it was called, game, and I don't know if there were any more in between there that were, I don't know if there was a third one on the 360 or if this was technically the third one, or I guess you could maybe consider it the fourth one if the Big Willie one was the third one. So, but I've only really technically kind of played the first one as a demo, and I fucking liked it. So, and if they're all the same, then they should all be pretty fucking cool. So, and I want to say I think like the first one was based in the 50s. Not entirely sure about this, the second one. Not entirely sure about the Wii one. This one says it's based in the 70s. Invade the funked out 70s on a journey of enlightenment and hi-fi destruction. So, yeah, and then these, yeah, I'll just show off these next 4 games. These are all pretty much going to be the games I got at GameStop. These are going to be the last 4 games I got at GameStop. Now I just need to get the third one of this. I've got the first one. I've got the Wii one, and this is the second one. I just need to pick up the third one, and that is Dead Space 2. I had originally picked this up, returned it because I saw it a little bit cheaper on Amazon or eBay or something like that. I never did pick it up from either of those places. So then I'm like, oh, hey Mom, you're buying games, pick this up. So end up getting this Dead Space 2. And then this next one, I had to get this. When I first heard about this game, I wasn't probably not going to pick it up. But when I heard that they had the remastered kind of first story in the game, I'm like, I have to get it. Basically, you get basically 2 games, 2 Chronicles in the games on one disc. And that's the Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena, and it includes the remastered 2004 classic Escape from Butcher Bay, 2 Chronicles on one disc. And I've heard good things about Escape from Butcher Bay, so I think this was like 17 or some bucks. So some of these games I probably could have found cheaper elsewhere, but the fact that you're buying 2 games and getting one free, it's almost worth paying just a little bit extra to go through GameStop. Case is a little fucked up. I don't know why it looks like somebody went scratched it or something. But I have cases sitting around, so I should be able to put in something different, hopefully, or switch out a shittier game for a better case, whatever the case would be. But this is one I was like, I definitely had to get for sure, because I wanted to play. Because I've heard really good things about Escape from Butcher Bay. One of the quotes I remember hearing from somebody was, "It was better than it should have been," which is like. Which is kind of funny to hear. And then this one is another one that I kind of had to get to, because this basically includes all the games in the entire series. The first 2 games, which weren't ever out for the Xbox or the 360 or anything like that. These are probably for like Super Nintendo, Genesis, whatever systems they came out for, computer games basically. This originally had come out for the Xbox, original Xbox. This is kind of almost like the definitive edition, basically, because this includes any of the downloadable stuff or any of the new stuff that you could get. I think on the Xbox one you had to buy like a special or like a separate disc. I want to say, I think it was, or like maybe there's like a 2-disc version. I'm not entirely sure. But this includes the first game, the second game, the third game. The Lost Mission, it's got 3D visuals, everything like that. And that is Doom 3 BFG edition, Big Fucking Gun edition. I think it's a demo. Playing a demo of Doom 3, it was kind of, not, well, I won't say scary, but, which is popping up out of nowhere. It kind of, it's like, oh, kind of scary sometimes. But I've heard good things about it, so. Especially since you get the first, basically you're getting the whole fucking collection of Doom games in one package, so well worth it. This next one, I've heard good things about this one too. The movies, I was never really into the movies very much. I can't remember. I know I've seen one of them. Maybe I've seen both of them. I can't even remember now. And they've been talking about a third movie. There's kind of a hold up. There might be just like a girl version of it or some shit. I don't even know. But this is almost kind of like a movie. I don't think I think it has some of the voice actors in it. I don't think it has everybody. I think maybe Bill Murray wasn't in this one. Or what? Somebody wasn't in it. I can't remember now. Maybe they were all in it. I can't remember. But that is Ghostbusters, the video game. I've heard decent things about it. So those are all the games that I had gotten at GameStop for Black Friday. And all these other ones I'm going to show off are all going to be games that most of them I probably picked up at Target. A couple of them I probably picked up at Walmart. This first one I'll show off. I'll just show this one off because this is technically a pre-owned game with the pre-owned games at Walmart, which I think are definitely better than what you get at GameStop, because GameStop, sometimes you don't get a fucking... Sometimes you don't get a case. Sometimes you get a case usually, but you don't get like a manual. You don't get the artwork, which pisses me off. But their games almost look basically brand new. So, and this is, from what I was reading, this is kind of a sequel, not a prequel, a sequel to Mad World. It's made by the same people, Platinum Games. It's a little bit different than Mad World, but I heard it was kind of a sequel somewhat. And that is Anarchy Reigns. This was like $5, I think it was pre-owned. So, but yeah, definitely if you can get pre-owned games at Walmart, they're definitely well worth it. Because if they're gonna take your game, they're gonna make sure everything is in their manual, all that good shit. So it looks brand new most of the time. So that's very surprising sometimes. Especially when you get pre-owned games. If you go to a pawn shop or anywhere else, they're usually like, could be all sorts of fucked up cases and no cases or whatever the case would be. So, and then I want to say, I think this next one, this one I know for sure I got at Walmart. I think everything else I pretty much got at Target for the most part. And I swear I can't remember what the deal was on this one. This was a good deal, because right now this game literally has only been out for a month, barely even 2 months, I think. Came out at the same time as the Xbox One version. Well, actually, no. Xbox One got its own version. The 360 got its own version. They came out with 2 separate games for each system. Because supposedly they couldn't, the stuff that you could do in the Xbox One version you couldn't do in the 360, and I'm sure whatever you could do in the 360 version you could probably do in the Xbox One. But they came out with, they both came out with, games for last gen, current gen. I'm gonna stop yapping now about that. Anyways, Assassin's Creed Rogue. I haven't heard it's as glitchy or shitty as Unity, but maybe because there was so much bad press about Unity, it kind of blocked out this. But it's kind of a completely different story, definitely a completely different story than Unity, because that's set in France and this one's set somewhere else. Set in North America, so. But I'm sure it'll be a while before I get to this, because as I said, I want to play the first one, get around to the second one, the other 2 ones in the middle, the third one, fourth one, fifth one. Or technically, I guess Unity wouldn't technically be the 5th one, it'd be Unity. I'm sure there'll probably be a 5th one that comes out at some point. And then speaking of that one, we'll show this next one off, because it's basically almost the same thing. And I've been looking for this one for a while. It wasn't that hard to find, it was just to get it for a good price, and since Christmas time my mom bought it anyways. And this one comes with, basically this is the trilogy of this guy. They're all on separate discs, which is pretty cool. And that is the Assassin's Creed Ezio trilogy. Comes with Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations. All on separate discs, which I figure you almost have to put them on separate discs, because if they were on a Blu, I'm sure like the PS3 version of this, they're probably all on one disc, because I'm sure they could probably all fit on one disc, because Blu-rays can hold at least about 50 gigs, and I'm sure all 3 games together are probably 30 gigs, probably maybe 30, 40 gigs at the most. So, so yeah, now I just have to see if I can find my first Assassin's Creed or just go pick it up. I think I can go pick it up at the pawn shop for about $8. So, I might just do that because I think it's cheap. Even if I just want to buy, I don't really need the case and all that shit because I pretty much have the case. I just need a game. But to buy just the game itself is pretty much about the same price as buying it as just as a whole package. So might as well. Plus, when you add on the shipping and all that bullshit, it's gonna be more than just going to a pawn shop and buying it for $8. So could always use another case just for whatever reasons. So and this one completes another collection of games that I have now. I haven't even got around to playing them, but I've heard good things about these games. So, I almost should probably play this one first, since this is technically I don't know if this one is technically the starting of the story, or if this is actually before the sequel to the first one. Based on the title, I'd almost think it was, but it is Borderlands, the pre-sequel. So that's why I'm kind of thinking, oh, is it before Borderlands 2, or is it the story before Borderlands 1? What is it? I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. So, but yeah, I've heard the Borderlands games are pretty good. So, and then these two games, I have not picked up any of these games. I did have the fifth one. I want to say I had like 2 copies of the fifth one at some point, and they ended up going missing. Somebody stole them or some shit. So I never get around playing the fifth one. I'll probably end up picking it up. I like the movies, but I never got around to playing the games. I'm really not into the survival horror games in the first place. But you know what, I figured, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna give them a try, just because I've always heard good things about the series, for the most part. So, I thought I'd give it a try. So I got Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil Revelations. I think I heard Revelations is pretty much, from what I just see from the pictures here, it's on a ship. They are coming out. The second one, I know I got a Game Informer around here that's kind of telling me about it, but I haven't really read too much into it. I'm not really, I might be kind of getting more into this just if I like it. I did pick up another Resident Evil game today at the pawn shop, but I'll get into that a little bit here. Not too many more of these Black Friday games that I got, so last 3 Black Friday games, and then we'll move on to the stuff that I picked up today. Oh fuck, my battery's about to die. Actually, I guess I'm going to have to cut the video here for right now and pick up when my battery is charged up. So, I'm going to cut it right here. Alrighty guys, now it's time to finish the end of this pickups video. This is actually the next day. So I filmed it, what the fuck is today even? Okay, so it's the 3rd. The part you were just watching, I filmed that last night on the 2nd. Right around 12 o'clock. Had to charge up my battery. I just let it charge pretty much most of the night, so then I just ended up picking it up. Plus, I picked up some more games today, so then I could kind of add them into this video. So, alrighty, so we're going to end with the stuff that I got for Black Friday or Christmas, and then basically end the rest of the video with the stuff I picked up yesterday and then today. Or in between Christmas and now. So, okay. So then the other 3 games I got for Christmas, Black Friday, were... Oh, I gotta turn off my TV again. Ooh. Make sure my fucking speakers don't go blasting off. Halo... I was gonna say Halo, yeah. Halo 3 ODST. Now this is the campaign for this is what they're giving away for free for people who had fucking issues with the Master Chief Collection. Hopefully I get this for free. If not, I have the fucking game, so no big deal. But the multiplayer, they didn't mention too much about that. There's another one that's all fucking broken. One of my fucking new shit just got like wrecked for some reason. I don't know how, like, all the stuff, like, broke out of it, the plastic shit. That pisses me off. But that was another one I got for Christmas, Black Friday. Halo 3 ODST. I think, yeah, at least last 3 I got at Target. Then we've got Inversion, which I've heard is actually kind of a cool game. Probably overlooked by quite a bit of people, but basically, as what it says on the back here, turn the world upside down. I saw a little video of it up, and basically you can like climb up the walls and shoot on the side of walls, and kind of there's like there's gravity technically because you are stuck to the wall, but you can basically be shooting up and down and left and right and looking all over the place. So sounded pretty cool. And then this last one I already got last year for Christmas, and I got the Xbox One version. But I saw this sweet Steelbook case, and I'm like, I have to have it because Steelbooks are pretty cool, and I like Steelbooks, so, and they look good too. I just gotta get it out of this fucking case. And that is Tomb Raider. It comes in this sweet Steelbook case. Got the stuff on the back there. Got a little, it's probably a little sticky on the sides here. The sticker that was on that made it a little sticky, but yeah, it comes with and I'll show you the inside of the Steelbook. It looks pretty fucking cool. Comes with some extra materials and all that bullshit. And the game, of course. But I told my mom, like, you know what, I'll just maybe pawn off or sell off the non-Steelbook version. I don't know if I will or not, but there's kind of the inside. You got Laura with her, I can show you there. Laura with her arrow there. I don't know how well this is going to look in the video, but, and then you got some fire shit going on here. But, you know, I like these Steelbooks where there's actually stuff in the inside. It makes it, you know, a little bit more better looking. Yeah, definitely a nice, sweet Steelbook case. Makes everything look a little better. You know, makes the price sometimes a little bit more. I think there's most of these games are only about $15 anyways, so good deal. And I'm not entirely sure. Some of them might have been cheaper. I think a version might have been $10 or something like that. Usually, if I can buy them new or newish, that's, you know, usually a little bit better. But you know, if I don't have to pay for them at all, then that's even better. So, oops, put all that shit back in here, I guess. So yeah, that was all the stuff that I got for Black Friday / Christmas, game-wise. And then we're gonna move. I won't even worry about putting that back in that sleeve because that might take a little bit. Then we'll move on to the stuff. Oh, actually, no, hold on. There's actually a little bit more stuff that I got. Still gaming-wise, but not actual games. So, I needed this for my newer Xbox that I got. Had to go big or go home. So I got the 500 gig slim hard drive. The biggest they make it, and this was like $110 at GameStop. Because I saw other ones elsewhere at Last Stop CD Shop. $50 for a 250. I think it was $80 for a 320. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Put that. I didn't pay for it, so I maybe paid the tax. My mom gave me most of the money to pay for it. But yeah, it's like you might as well go the biggest you can go because with all the free games they're giving out for the games with gold on the 360, as well as all the deals they have periodically, where there's games that go for pretty good prices. You know, usually I like to have physical copies, but as long as I have the game, that's all that kind of really matters. So, yeah, I think there's probably about maybe, because I did open that up, I haven't put it back in my Xbox after I wrapped it back up and kind of made it look like I got it for Christmas. But yeah, I want to say there's about 275 gigs left, so, you know, if I got a 250, it would have been fucking full by now. And I had a 250 that I got at GameStop, and for some reason, I don't know, when I tried to transfer the stuff, and I did get a transfer cable as well after I had gotten that. to transfer everything over. And yeah, if I had the 250, fuck, that shit would have been full already. And it's like, well, shit, I should have got a bigger one. So I'm like, you might as well just go with the biggest you can get, because that just makes the most sense. So, but yeah, I want to say there's probably about 274, I think is what it says, left. So, you know, if I had the 250, it would have been close to full, if not full already. So, and the 320 wouldn't have took too long to get filled up either. So yeah, just decided to go big, and that's the way to do it. So, oh, anyways, yeah, I bought the one from the bigger one that goes on top for the older Xbox, and for whatever reason, the transfer cable that I had originally didn't work. I don't know if it was one of those ones where they were one. I don't know if they were actually ever were one use or what the deal was. But I was kind of reading that they were maybe possibly one use transfer cables, which is fucking stupid. For 15 bucks, like, I don't want to pay 15 bucks to transfer my shit over once and then be like, okay, now this cable's fucking useless. So, but I still bought another cable, and it doesn't say anything about one use on it, so I don't think the other one did either. But anyways, I couldn't transfer my shit over from my 120 to the 250, and I think by the time I tried to do that, it was too late, or I don't even know what the problem was, but I didn't worry about it. Maybe I'll sell it somewhere, pawn it, whatever. And then the last two are going to be controllers that I got. These aren't the original controllers that my mom got on Black Friday. Since my stuff got wet, since my Xbox One controller and my 360 controller, one of the 360 controllers I had, both got wet, I basically, and since they were just basic, they were the black controller, and actually technically they're both black controllers, not the white Xbox 360 controller. I just put them back kind of cleaned them up a little bit, put them back in the package, and returned them and said, hey, oh yeah, these don't work. And they really didn't question it too much, you know, considering two controllers together didn't work. But Walmart, they really don't give a fuck as long as it's... And shit, I heard a story about some guy buying a fucking PS4 on Christmas, or not, maybe around Christmas, and it was filled with fucking rocks. Not the fucking actual PS4, so... They really don't even check most of the time in the boxes. As long as, you know, if you get a fucking retarded person who's working there, they won't check. But anyways, and this was all they had left when I went to replace them. So, you know, but they do look kind of cool. You got the Chrome Series Xbox 360 controller, gold chrome on it. And I think normally there's like $5 more than the standard Xbox controllers. Both of these are the ones I'm going to show off, are both $5 more than the standard ones, but since we technically bought them on Black Friday, we're replacing them from Black Friday. They just gave us the Black Friday prices. We didn't have to pay any extra. We just, you know, basically replaced them. They made it work for us. So, and then I was going to take it out of the package, but it's kind of a shitty package. It's kind of hard to get it out of there. But I will show off this Xbox One that I got. This is the Armed Forces one. It does look pretty cool. So for some reason it feels lighter, maybe because the batteries aren't in it or whatever, but basically got kind of camo splotches on it there. So definitely a cool one. Got an little orange sync button on there. You know, it feels good. The directional pad, kind of like a, I can't see it there, but nice kind of silvery look to it. Let me grab there it is. Grab my other Xbox One. Basically, this is the one that I got from my other package that I replaced this other one with. But well, in comparison, they of course they're going to look the same, or at least they look pretty much about the same. But yeah, this one kind of has a a darker grayish directional pad. That one just has a black one. But otherwise, they're pretty much similar. Of course, they can't be too much difference. So, but they both look pretty cool. So, this is the one I got on Black Friday. This is the one I got for the replacement. So, and I won't show you my 360. Well, yeah, 360 one was just your standard black one. So nothing too special about that. So. Alrighty, put that back in the thing, and plus I took the batteries out of the old ones too, so then I had brand new fresh batteries for these other ones. So, alrighty. So then we will show off the stuff that I got after Christmas to January 3rd. These two games I'm going to show off here, I got off one of the rummage sale sites off Facebook. I almost ended up buying their 360, but they were trying to, I can't remember what they were trying to sell it for. Like $175 or something like that with all the games. I'm not entirely sure how many games there were. I want to say at least over 20 games. Most of them I already had, so I kind of saw. Some of them I had gotten for Christmas. Some I had already had. And then the other ones I didn't want in the first place. So, and one of the ones I bought, I already technically have the game, but this is the Game of the Year edition. And I had to get the Game of the Year edition that had the 2 discs versus the downloadable content. I was kind of like, because I kind of asked them, I'm like, oh, well, is what I asked them about the downloadable stuff or whatever, and they're like, oh, it's on the hard drive. So then that's kind of where them selling their stuff, or their Xbox came up, and I'm like, okay. Then I did a little bit more research on it and found out that they had one that came with a code, and then I think that was like kind of like the first run print, and then after that they did it with 2 discs with the downloadable stuff on a second disc. So then I asked them, oh, okay, is that a 2-disc version or a 1-disc version? They're like 2 discs. So I'm like, okay, well then I'm gonna pass on the Xbox and get just these 2 games. And the 2 games are the Borderlands Game of the Year edition. Pretty much everything is in there. Evidently they must have bought this from GameStop. Surprisingly, everything is actually still in there. From the map to the manual to even the the Duke Nukem demo, or Duke Nukem Forever access code, which I would give off to people, but the game's already out, and does no good to have a demo of a game that's already fucking out, the full version at least. So, but yeah, kind of good thing about this is if somebody has just a standard version, and you want to be like, hey, you want to, borrow this copy to get all this extra stuff, you can do it. You can pretty much load the extra content on anybody's Xbox. With the one in code, you basically use it once and you're fucked. So, or you already used it up. So that I got that one from the guy, and then I just needed to pick up the first one, which you'll see a little bit later in this video. But Dragon Age 2. I'm really not into these kind of games, but I've heard good things. I definitely heard good stuff about Inquisition. So I'm like, well, you know what? I guess I'll get into it. It's almost kind of like the Mass Effect. It's like and I think it's made by the same company. So it's like, I'll try it out. I really liked Fable 2. I haven't played the Fable 1 yet, or the anniversary one, or one that was on the original Xbox. And I have Fable 3, and I haven't played that, but I've heard some iffy things about that one. But yeah, I've heard good things about the Dragon Age series, so yeah. Dragon Age 2 and the Borderlands Game of the Year edition, I got both of those for $25. I tried to go down to 25. Got them for 25. I said, oh, can I get them for 20? And like 25, I'm like, sure, whatever. Because I want to say, I think the Game of the Year edition I really couldn't find anywhere for less than $15, and then I think Dragon Age 2 was probably about 8 or so. So it was, better than what I could get it online for, I guess you'd say. And then these other 2 Xbox 360 games that I got at GameStop yesterday. Those other 2 games I got from the rummage sale. These next 2 games are going to be 360 games that I got at GameStop. This was a cheap one, so I'm like, I'll pick it up. Sounded kind of like a good premise. I heard it's kind of a short story. I watched a little video last night after I recorded the first part of this video. Kind of see what it was about. And that is Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Yeah, that's what it is. So basically, you're not, and it's published by Capcom, but it's made by Slant Six Games. So it's kind of a little bit different story. You're not, the usual people in the game. I can't really even say who. Claire Redfield and some other motherfucker, and I know that name because I'm from Redfield, so that's the name I kind of remember. But basically, your Raccoon City has fallen. You are part of Umbrella's elite cleanup squad sent in to purge all evidence of their involvement. All survivors must be eliminated. So, In the video I was watching, the guy kind of said it was kind of like almost kind of like Gears of War in some way, basically just shooting all these people. I didn't get very far into the video. I just kind of want to see what it looked like and how to play and stuff like that. But I think this was only like $4.50, and I'm like, eh. So now I have three Resident Evil games before Christmas. I didn't have any. So, and then this next one, I had to get the Ultimate Edition because if I was going to get the game at all, you might as well get the whole collection of the thing. So, and this surprisingly at GameStop was the cheapest. If I went to a pawn shop that actually had it, it might have been cheaper. But the cheapest place I saw, even on eBay or Amazon, which are sometimes where pawn shops get their prices for stuff, which is fucking stupid. It was more expensive on there. So GameStop was the cheapest place, surprisingly. And now I have the first 2 games of the series. Now I just gotta wait for the third one to come down in price, or it'll probably be a while before I get that one. But that is Dragon Age Origins, the Ultimate Edition. So then it comes with the Dragon Age Origins game, and then Dragon Age Awakening, basically the expansion stuff. Also includes all 7 downloadable content packs. So basically, it's kind of like a Game of the Year edition without really calling it the Game of the Year edition. And it comes with both discs there. So. And then I'm trying to remember which games they got at GameStop. I think it was only this first one I'm going to show off. And when I originally grabbed, I was a little hesitant to grab it because I did see this at the pawn shop where I stopped at before I went to GameStop. I was almost, and it was a little bit more, way more expensive at the pawn shop. Not way more, but about $4 more at the pawn shop than it was at GameStop. And I was a little hesitant to pick it up because it came in their shitty cases with no artwork, no nothing. And I was like, ugh, I don't know if I want to do this or not. But surprisingly, when they gave me the game, it actually came with the game and the manual and all that good shit. So that made me a little bit happy. So now I might ask and see if they actually have the actual cases. One of the games I was going to plan on picking up today, I asked them if they had the case or whatever. They're like, nope. I'm like, well, because I'm going to pass on that then. So that is, oops, I'll close that there. Metal Gear Solid 4. I think this is my second Medal of Honor. Metal Gear Solid game. I ended up downloading the 5th one for Xbox One. They had a good deal on it. I think it was like $660 for the 5th one. The Ground Zero, whatever it's called. Haven't played that yet. And I'll maybe try to pick up the HD collection of the not the first 3 games because it's the first one's not on there. But I want to say it's like the 2, 3, and some other one in between there. I think it is. But yeah, this is only $4.50. I think it was like $8 at the pawn shop. I was like almost gonna grab it there. But I'm like, it's too much. So usually I don't go to the pawn shop and check GameStop's prices because usually they're gonna be more. Usually. But there's been some rare cases where I've picked up, like my last video where I picked up the 25 games for $87. They were all real cheap games that were more expensive elsewhere. So, yeah, that's the one thing about going to GameStop. You might get no cases, nothing like that, which I really hate to do. But when they're cheaper to do that than they are to go to a pawn shop and pay, like $5. My one, well, not both my pawn shops, but there's a couple pawn shops in my town, but the one that is usually the better one to go to, it's called National Pawn. Their games, all their 360 games, are never cheaper than $5. They're never cheaper than that. So, if there's a game at GameStop for $1.50 that I picked up there before, it's $5 at fucking GameStop. I swear, I think the one I saw was maybe $8. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, I don't know how, prices change on games all the time, so it's just like, GameStop's up on it, pawn shops not so much. But it's like, I do my research, and if it's fucking more expensive somewhere else, then and I happen to buy it from them, I'll take it back, or I really try to do my research in the store most of the time. So, So that's a good thing about smartphones, is that you can look up your shit. So, and I think all these other ones, I pretty much, yeah, these next two I'm going to show off. I got at the pawn shop, or at the National Pawn. I think this one I'm not going to show this one that I also got there. I think I can't remember now. Basically, these next couple ones are going to be PS3 games that I got at a pawn shop. Not the same pawn shop, basically two different pawn shops. But these two, now this one doesn't have a sticker on it, so... Oh, no, never mind. This one I was going to show you, this is actually at a different pawn shop show. Pawn shop. So these two were at the National Pawn. Since I got that collection that I showed previously in this video, I'm pretty close to getting most of the games. There's a couple PS2 exclusive games that came out that they haven't released. I know, and PSP ones. So they are Ratchet and Clank, Tools of Destruction. Now I just need Crack in Time. This one was $8. I think that was a pretty good deal, considering with most of the stuff. Usually when you see games online, they're about $6 whatever, and then you have to pay shipping, and then it makes it over $8. So technically it would be cheaper just to get it at the pawn shop. I want to say I think this is the first in the Future series. So there's Into the Nexus, Crack in Time. Then there's this one. I just need to get a Crack in Time. Then I'll pretty much have the main story games. And then this next one, this one was also $8. And GameStop, pretty much every place online had it for like not over $15. So if I get to get it for $8, I was like, yeah, Holly, I'll pick it up. And I kind of figured out what it was. I don't know, but it's just another game in the series. So I thought I'd pick it up. And that is Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault. Because I keep forgetting the fucking names. Full Frontal Assault, basically it's kind of like a tower defense game. Let's see what it says here. Explore the battlefield, defend your base, annihilate your enemies. Ratchet, Clank, and Captain Quark return, explore action-packed battlefields, and wipe out waves of enemies with outrageous weapons. It does have the cross-buy, so when I get my Vita sometime next week or whatever, I'll be able to play it on there, I guess. And then these next 4 games I picked up today. Oh no, technically one I picked up yesterday, but these are all from the same pawn shop. But this one I did pick up today. This one was $8. It says $8, but technically I got it for $6 because they did have a deal on PS3 games. One of the games I picked up was a 360 game, but it wasn't in a case, so she probably didn't even know what it was. She just knew that it was a game. But technically I got it for $6 because it was 20. Basically it was like $6 whatever, but she just brought it down to $6 to make it even. And that is Ratchet and Clank All for One. And this one's more of a kind of almost a multiplayer online kind of game. As long as they don't take down the fucking servers, which then... So that's kind of stupid that some of their games they come out like there's like one game Mag that basically is an online, pretty much online only game. So when they shut down the servers, basically it makes the game basically useless. If you can't fucking play it online, then it's a useless fucking game. It's almost kind of like Chrome Hounds. I think basically you can just like play the training mission mode, and that's about it. You can't get online. They don't have the servers anymore, so it's like, okay, this game's fucking useless. And anytime I see it at somewhere where they're selling it, it's like, that game is fucking useless. It's not even worth a fucking $1 because you can't do anything with the game. So it's stupid. So anyways, I picked up the 3 Ratchet and Clank games. Tools of Destruction, Full Frontal Assault, and All for One. And I want to say, I think there was some other one in between there as well, in those kind of spin-off games. So then I just need to get Crack in Time. Then there's Deadlock. Then there's Special Agent Clank, I think, is another one. Those are some PSP games that I might have to look into. Kind of a PSP doesn't work really that great, and they don't work on Vitas. So, anyways, then one of these I picked up yesterday. Another one I picked up today. I'll just show you the one I picked up yesterday, and that is Resistance 3. I had the first 2 games, so now I got the third one. This one was marked 8, but I got it for 6 as well. Pretty much all these games were marked 8. Got them for 6. So that's Resistance 3. Comes with the manual. Comes with all that good stuff. And then, but I already had these games. But I I guess the first game I technically in the series I got at GameStop when I was in Colorado. It came in a shitty case, no manual, no nothing. So I'm like, and the second one I have pretty much everything for. I think I have the manual, all that good stuff. But and for $6, I think it was worth it. So basically $3 a game for the most part. And that is the Resistance Dual Pack. So that was Resistance Fall of Man, Resistance 2. Includes over $10 of DLC. Probably not in there anymore, but I would say for $10. Oh, and there's even a map in there too, so. Markarth, Widerum, Windhelm, Providence of Skyrim. Wait a minute, this isn't even fucking for Resistance. This is like a Skyrim poster. What the fuck? I don't even have Skyrim. I heard it's supposed to be good, but that's probably another game like Dragon Age. It's not something I'd really be interested in, but I don't know. Maybe I would be. But anyways, yeah. I said anyways twice. Both games are in there. Both Platinum Hits or Greatest Hits versions. I do have just a standard Resistance 2 game, but I need the case and the artwork for this. So, and the manual and all that good stuff. So, now that I think about it, I think maybe I did have the manual. I just gotta find where I put that shitty case at. But maybe it did come with a manual. But I prefer, a case actually, not the shitty GameStop ones. The artwork, the manual, I love all that good stuff. It's got to be there. Then you got Resistance 2 as well. That comes with everything. I was going to say map. There's no map in there. Well, nobody used the vouchers because they still haven't been scratched off yet, but they do say they're valid till 2012. From 2011 to 2012. So this one wasn't even a year long. That's so stupid. It's like, how come some are 3 years and some are not even a full year? So, I'll try to see if it works, but it's a little over 2 years old, so it probably won't be. But give it a try. So, yeah, I just got this today, literally just today, maybe not even an hour ago. And it comes in this nice little slip cover as well, so. And, all the shit on the back there, so. Got that for $6. So, yeah, now I got the whole series of games. And this is by Insomniac as well as just like the Ratchet & Clank games. So I got a lot of Insomniac games now. So, yeah, I got both of these at the same place. All 3 of them, or well, technically all 2 of them. These 2 games, 2 games for $6 a piece. Basically, this is $3 a piece for this, $6 for this one. So, still cheaper than you can get anywhere else. It's always better to get it locally, pawn shop wise, than anywhere else. But sometimes you can't do that. And then I'll show off this. I got this at GameStop today. I stopped into GameStop to pre-order the new Halo. Decided to get the $250 version. I was reading a lot of places that don't pre-order it because they might have issues, but I really like those collector's limited editions, stuff like that. When it comes time to sell it, if I ever do sell it, you might get a lot of money because it's a limited, numbered Halo statue. So it's worth it. And I was in there last night. I picked up some games from GameStop. I didn't pick up too many games, but basically picked up the Resident Evil game, the Metal Gear Solid game, and I want to say, and then the Dragon Age game, and I think that was it for GameStop games. But I want to check out their Vita collection since I'm getting a Vita. I wanted to pick up Uncharted Golden Abyss. They had 2 copies there, but kind of as I mentioned a little bit before, where they didn't have the nice blue case for it. So I was like, I'm gonna have to pass on it then, because I just prefer all my stuff to be in a nice case. That's the thing, and that's, if you're collecting stuff, that's kind of the way you'd want to do it. But anyways, because I'm getting Borderlands 2 with it, Minecraft as well, which yeah, I already mentioned that in this video previously. So not into it. I haven't really played it, so I can't say, but it just looks fucking stupid. But anyways, I picked this game up today because it wasn't too bad. It's smart as, you can barely see it over this big fucking sticker that's on there that I'm trying to pull off. Smart as, the socially connected brain game. And I kind of like these games where they ask you questions, and I always kind of like that stuff. So it was only $4.50. Can't really see it because it's fucking tiny as fucking there. But games, yeah, for the Vita are kind of just like an SD card almost for the most part. They're not the UMDs or whatever, so God, they don't get in there too well either. I don't want to fuck up the game, but this is probably almost kind of like an SD card that if it happened to be in your pocket and you washed it, then it should work after that. But I don't know. I can't say for sure. I'm not gonna try it either. So, anyways, there we go. I got it in there. So that's Smart As. Basically, you can play with people on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. You don't have to play with your friends on that stuff, because more than likely none of my friends are going to have this game, or a Vita in general, that are on Facebook, maybe Twitter, possibly. Yeah, another kind of a brain game, kind of like Brain Academy or any of those games. And then, yeah, while I was at GameStop picking up that game, I got the Halo poster there. Today was Halo Day. They were giving out some controller skins and stuff like that, and when I went in there, they were all out. I'm like, and that was like at 1 o'clock. It wasn't even 1:30 yet, and they were already sold out. I was like, fuck, that sucks. And then I also got this at these next 2 games I got at the pawn shop as well. I already have, technically both these games I already have. I just needed this Max Payne for the original Xbox. This was $3. I basically just needed the artwork because I think I already have the manual. So it doesn't come with the manual, but I already have the manual. I just needed the artwork because when I was in middle school, I ended up cutting this up to kind of decorate my locker. So I basically just needed the artwork. Now I have it. So that was $3. Unfortunately, it wasn't like that last one. I got the last pickups video. I got two Xbox games in there. The other one was, and I put it in my case. It was one of the MTX or MX ATV games. I'll say like Unleashed or something like that. Whatever one was on the Xbox. I know there's probably a couple that were on the Xbox, but this one actually had Max Payne in it, so I think I double checked before I even did it. But anyways, and this next one is Assassin's Creed, the first one. So now I pretty much have all the Assassin's Creed games that are out there now. Yeah, it came in this shitty white case. This was also marked $8. Got it for $6 because it was 20% off. But she didn't know if it was a 360 game or whatever. But now I can just put it in my case that I had, and there we go. This is the Platinum Hits copy of the game. This is the non-Platinum Hits case. So now I can actually play the game. I might start playing it today. I probably will start from the beginning because I got stuck somewhere when I'm like riding on a horse. I couldn't figure out what the fuck what I was doing. So, you know, the case is kind of damaged a little bit there, but as long as I have the case and the artwork and all that bullshit, that's the main thing that matters to me. So yeah, that was basically all the games and stuff that I had gotten for Christmas and Black Friday, and then after the fact. So yeah, so that's basically it. Part 2 is going to be all my movies and stuff. I'm going to show all the movies that I picked up some movies today and yesterday. Can't remember if I don't think I picked up any movies when I was at the pawn shop, from what I remember. So yeah, stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to put a link probably somewhere up in the fucking area, the blank areas here. Raise the roof. In these blank areas here somewhere. And that's probably gonna be maybe even possibly a longer video than this. I don't even know how long this is. Probably, I want to say an hour and a half, which is pretty long for a pickups video. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stuff. I have some more ideas I'm coming up with, kind of a let's discuss, let's chat video, where basically I bring up topics, and if you want to comment or whatever you want to do, we can kind of do that. And then I'm gonna come out with the taste tester video. Basically, it's gonna be me taste testing foods, like some new cereals, like kind of limited edition cereals that are out there. I picked up a couple new cereals that they had. One was kind of special for Christmas. One was special for, and that wasn't even special. It was just kind of a newer cereal. Then there's some chips that I picked up that are kind of weird chips. It's like, oh, I don't know how those would taste. So, kind of give you an idea on those. So anyways, I already said it, but I'm going to say it again. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2 of the movie portion. I'll probably shoot that right after this one. Maybe I'll charge up my battery again so I don't have the same issue that I had at the beginning of this video, or in the middle of this video technically. So anyways, thanks for watching and stay tuned.